Hello guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. My name is Mursala and today I will teach you some transition words that you can use on the TCF in order to score higher. This is especially for speaking and writing task. Because transition words are what's gonna move you from B1, A2 to B2, C1. They are very important. They allow you to structure your thoughts. They make it easy to understand your ideas, and they just make everything smoother. So it's very important to know these transition words. So here in this video, I will give you some examples. I will give you examples, different function. If you want to add an idea, what word to use. If you want to contrast ideas, if you want to conclude, all those functions, there will be examples for you. Okay, so let's get into the video. First of all, there are different categories right here. So if you want to add an idea, all right, these are some words that you can use in French, right, for addition. So the easiest one is et. For example, you can say protecting the environment is important because we need the environment in order to live, and the future generation will need it, right? So you have two ideas. So in French, you will say that on a besoin de protéger l'environnement parce que on en a besoin pour y vivre et les futures générations en auraient besoin. Okay, so here I'm adding an idea, so I'm using et to add that other idea. It's the simplest one. Now if you want to be a little bit more fancy, you can say de plus. So de plus means in addition. En outre also even more fancy. Also means like even more, like en outre or in addition. Également means equally. So I can say protecting this environment is important. Equally is protecting the the oceans. I don't know. So something like that. So également, il est important de protéger les océans. Également. Okay, as it is also important. It is equally important. So this is also another word that you can use. Now, if you want to contrast ideas, because you will need to contrast ideas, in that case, you want to use mais. Okay, mais means but. This is the simplest one. You've already seen it somewhere, probably. It's mais, but, mais. If you want to be a bit more fancy, you can say cependant. It means however. Cependant, il y a des choses qu'il faut prendre en considération. There are things that we need to take into consideration, right? Another word that you can use, pourtant. It means even though, right? So also very important. En revanche also means like however, okay? So this is for contrasting ideas. Now for causation, telling the reason of something, you say parce que, because. Parce que, car also means because. À cause de, because of, right? En raison de, reason being. So if you want to be even more fancy, you can use this one. For consequences, you can say donc. Donc, it means so, okay? Alors, therefore. Alors means therefore. Alors, par conséquent, as a consequence. Par conséquent, ainsi also means so, therefore, it's for talking about consequence. Conclusion, you can say en conclusion. It's in conclusion. Résumer, to resume or to summarize. En bref, to be brief. Okay, it just means in summary. Opinions, if you want to say your opinion, you can say à mon avis, in my opinion, selon moi, according to me, je pense que, I think that. Okay, this also can be very helpful. For conditions, hypothesis, C means if, au cas où, in the case of, à condition de, in the condition of. Okay, so you can take a screenshot of this. I will also share the resource that you can use to learn these. Now let me give you an example of a paragraph that has no transition and one with transition, and you will see the difference. So if you can screenshot this, and in our course In the HZad course, there will be these type of lists for you guys, like templates, examples that you can download. So that's why it's very important to buy the course. All right, now let's talk about let's give an example here. So we have a paragraph doesn't have any transition words. Je vais parler de l'environnement. I'm going to talk about the environment. Il est important. It is important. Les gens doivent faire attention. People should be careful. Ils jettent trop de déchets. They're throwing too many trash, too much trash. Il faut agir vite. We need to act very quickly. Okay, so this doesn't have any transition word. Now let's compare it to the same paragraph but with transition words, right? Je vais parler de l'environnement car c'est un sujet très important. I'm going to talk about the environment because it's a very important subject. En effet, les gens jettent trop de déchets. In fact, en effet, we didn't see this one, but it's a very useful word. En effet, in fact, people throw too much trash. Par conséquent, il faut agir vite. Therefore, we need to act rapidly. Okay, so you see the difference. So here, if someone said this, you think this person is like B1, like he's just intermediate, someone who is not really fluent in French. But if you hear this, you think this person really is very advanced, is fluent. You think it's a native person speaking. So the difference that transition words make are extremely significant. So you do not want to neglect them. You just choose like which one do you like. For addition, you can learn 3 of them or 2 of them. Et de plus or également. For contrast, you learn 2. For cause, you learn 2, right? You just see the ones that you like the most. Yeah, so in the TEF speaking, the second section, they ask you to convince your friend, right? To convince your friend to come with you, to do something with you. So here's a template that you can use for this, and I have some transition words in them. Introduction, when you're introducing, I've talked about this in the course, like how the structure that you need to use in this task. So it's introduction, argument, 2 arguments, and conclusion. For the introduction, the words that you can use to begin, you can say d'abord. D'abord means first of all. Laisse-moi t'expliquer pourquoi. It means please let me explain why. And then you continue with your arguments. Premièrement, firstly, c'est important car. It's important because. Firstly, c'est important car ça va nous épargner beaucoup d'argent. We're going to save a lot of money from this, right? De plus, tu peux bénéficier de. So after finishing your first argument, you can say de plus. In addition, tu peux bénéficier de. You can benefit from. And when you're done with arguing with your arguments, you can conclude. Say en résumé, in summary, or you can use the words that I already taught you. En conclusion, pour résumer, je pense que tu devrais. I think that you should. Okay? Je pense que tu devrais venir avec moi. I think that you should come with me. Okay, guys, that's it for this video. I really hope that it's helpful for you. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you on the next video.